Surviving the storm. Good morning. So I was reading a little bit from a little bitty book, and it was titled Peace in the Storm. And when storms come in our life, we definitely want to have peace. We want to be able to survive those storms. We don't want those storms to come and take us out. That's the last thing you want when the storm comes. Good morning, Alpha Brooks, honey. You don't want the storm to take you out. You don't want the strong winds that come from the storm to beat against you, to just blow you around and just like throw you somewhere else and just like do some really bad things to you or your life. You don't. And physically speaking, that's what storms can do. When tornadoes of life come through, they're going to swing, they're going to whirl and whirl and whirl and whirl. And sometimes they're going to pick you up and you're going to be whirling around on the outskirts of that tornado. And you may feel like, well, this is really, oh man, I'm taking a beating, because while you're getting swirled around with this tornado on the outside, this tornado is picking up all kinds of debris. And that debris is literally in there too. And you're amongst the debris. You are. And it's painful. It's really, really painful. So surviving the storm, there's many storms. And just take that tornado. We know that in the center of that, in the eye of the storm, there is peace. It's like if you could just like, if you're spinning around, if you could just somehow get into that eye of the storm to where there's peace. It's right here. And here. It's hard. Can you imagine when you're being caught up in a tornado? Could you imagine trying to keep the faith, keep the peace, because you want to survive? But in order to do so, even though you're in pain and stuff, you don't want to think the worst. You do not want to think the worst of your situation, even though you're feeling it. Because when we think the worst, that means the thoughts have started rolling around up there in our mind. Okay, they are, and they're making the situation a whole lot worse, because then your pain is increasing as you're getting twirled around in this tornado of life that was created by a storm. You're swirling around with all this debris, and it's hurtful, it's painful. And then your mind, your thoughts start going, and it gets even more and more hurtful, more and more painful. It truly does have a tendency to magnify the pain that you got even worse than what you're feeling. But that's what it does. How do you maintain your thoughts, control your thoughts when you're in that storm? How do you? It's hard. It's hard. It's not impossible. It's hard. You just calm down. Say, I know it's hurt, but I know that this tornado that's came into my life, it is not going to last forever, because soon or later, that tornado's got to touch down, and maybe I'm going to be able to get out of that tornado, because that's what it does, and it's going to dissipate. Even in real world, tornadoes don't last forever. They do not. They'll spin and spin and spin. They'll start small, and then they'll get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger like that. But they don't last. They may take you quite a distance. Some tornadoes can take you across state borders into different areas. But no, they don't last forever. They lose their energy and they die down. They die down. When they die down, things drop out of it. The winds cease, and you're there. You're there. So now you're there. You're there, and you're still living. You're still living. You survived the storm. You did. And it literally was a powerful storm. What do you do when you find yourself in that? Good morning. Hello, Carol, honey. Hold on with all your might. You better be doing some praying while you're up there twirling around with that tornado, because you know it's going to bring up, when when it's on the ground and doing stuff too, because it can touch down, get back up, touch ground, you can just hover. You know it's going to bring more stuff that's going to hurt you. It is. It's going to, as it goes, the bigger it gets, the more it brings into its winds. The more you're going to feel. But it's okay. It's okay. Gina, how can you say it's okay? I'm up here turning around in this tornado, and it's picking up a lot of debris, and I'm getting all these cuts. I'm getting all these bruises, and I don't know if I'm even going to survive. I'm trying to struggle for my breath. I know. You probably are trying to cover your head too, but then these thoughts are, you're just praying the whole time. You will get to that point. I'm telling you that. You will get to that point, and you will start to pray and pray and pray. You'll cry out for help when you're up there in that tornado. You won't do it at first because you're thinking, what is happening? What is hitting me? This hurts. This really hurts. And you might get angry. And then it hurts even worse. It really does. They do when they do. Yeah. You will cry out for help. Please. Please, God, please. I don't know how much longer I can take of this. I do not know. But you keep spinning with all that debris. And finally, he hears and listens. Oh, great. The winds are dying down. There's not so much debris that is in here with me now. This debris of life that it picked up along the way. And then you're there. And you're picking yourself up. You're laying on that ground, you pick yourself up, and you're looking, and you're thinking, well, I cannot believe that was so horrific. The pain that I felt while going through that storm, I cannot believe that I survived that storm. I can't believe it. But you did. And you're still aware enough to realize what you just came through. And it's taken you a while. It's going to take you a long time to let it sink in what happened to you. That what was meant to take you out didn't take you out. It didn't take you out. It'll make you think. It will make you think, you all. Thinking, oh my gosh, I was spared. Yeah, you were spared. It's because of, right there, that love. That unfailing love that you held on to your whole life. That saw you through everything that you went through before you got picked up in the tornado. That love was unfailing. Right there, I'm going to end the video. So thank you for tuning in. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. But Gina, honey, that's so short. My words have ended. They have. Love you.